Welcome back to another video. In today's video we are heading out with the plough for the first time in 2025. So it is the, I want to say 7th of March, I think it is, and we're going ploughing for spring barley hopefully. So I'm going up here to the field now. It is one of our beet fields from last year, the field of beet that the John Deere pulled, our John Deere. So if you go back a few videos you can see that if you want, but that's where I'm going now. So hopefully all these gates are open. It looks like they are. There was a bit of rain there yesterday, so ground could be a bit mauly, but once I've two of my wheels in the furrow I should be alright. So we'll just get up here now and I'll get the plough set up, because obviously first time going out there's always a bit extra work to be done on it. I cannot lie, it does not look like I'm gonna get on too well down in this bottom corner, but hopefully by the time I get there the sun's been out all day and it'll have dried up a bit. But when you're starting to plough you always start facing down the hill because you don't need as much traction to pull yourself up the hill. So I'm just heading up to the top, or not the top, halfway up, because this field is a bit of a weird shape, so I'm starting halfway down one side because I don't want to be ploughing the same direction the beet was sown and lifted, because it just won't end well at all. So last year this field was ploughed from the other side as well, so that's another reason why I'm ploughing it off this ditch this year. The ground actually seems to be alright, even though I'm in here right under the ditch, it's still not too bad. But I'll probably just get myself set up here and get out from the ditch, and then I'll do a bit more talking later on in the video. But I would probably throw in a bit of GoPro clips now and stuff like that before I do any more talking. So if you do enjoy it, make sure you give the video a like and subscribe to the channel, but I'll talk to you a bit more later on.
We summer night, and you're never gonna see us again. We set off into the summer night, and you're never gonna see us again. We went looking for a new sound, and you're never gonna see what we found. We went looking for a new sound, and you're never gonna see what we found. And you're never gonna see what we found. And you're never gonna see what we And you're never gonna see us again.
So hopefully you enjoyed the drone footage and a few GoPro clips that I've got today so far, but you join me now ploughing the headlands, or two of the headlands. It started raining on me pretty soon after I took the drone down actually, so I'm glad I got the drone up when I did, but it's been raining since and the ground has just gone a bit gnarly. So I don't know whether to leave the headlands and plough them another day, because as I was saying earlier in the video, the bottom headland where I drove in through is very wet. This one I'm ploughing at the minute and the top one isn't too bad, but I don't know how well I'll get on with the other two headlands. So I'm kind of just trying to decide whether I should plough them or just leave them. But everything's been going well enough. You also would have noticed in the bit of footage that we did a bit of work on our furrow press. So last year when I finished ploughing, the press was being brought back into the yard and it was dropped off the loader. So it wasn't me who dropped it, but that's neither here nor there. So there was already one broken ring on it, but 3 more broke. So we bought a set there over the winter, along with another half set of discs for the X-Press, and we got them put on there last week. But one of the broken ones is seized to the bar that all the rest are on, so we couldn't actually get it off. And then when I was ploughing, because it's only a half ring, it kept catching on the chains, and then because it's seized to the bar, when it caught on the chain, the rest of the rings wouldn't spin either. So I was having right trouble for a while until I realised that the chain was the problem, but I just tied the chain up a different way around and it sorted it out. Originally I thought it was just because ground was a bit wet, but upon further inspection I realised what was actually going wrong. So it was not the biggest job in the world replacing the press rings. You would have seen we lifted the main frame off with the loader, and then the 2 sets of rings were just sitting by themselves. So we took the bearing housings off on one end of both sets and then just slid them off. And surprisingly the grub screws actually weren't that seized onto it, so that was lucky enough. But yeah, I didn't have the press for ploughing the winter barley, and you really notice it when you don't have the press it's just trying to work the ground after is a completely different game altogether. So I really wanted it ready for now, and we got it ready, so at least that is something good. But that bit of rain I've got has really butchered my plans, to be honest. But I may just keep going and get this field ploughed. Well, I don't know if I already mentioned it or not, we're ploughing for spring barley, so we're hoping to get it sown this week sometime. So the plan would be, since I pressed this already, we'll get O'Byrne's packer with the paddles and just run it over the field and then sow it with the Earth Agri seeder, and that should make a right job of it. And as always, I'm driving our case Maxxum, and it's a 4 furrow Cavernan plough that I have on behind me. But I'd say that's enough from me today. If you have any questions about anything in today's video, feel free to leave them down below in the comments, and I'll do my best to get back to you. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. Should be another video up next Saturday, hopefully sowing spring barley with a bit of luck. But that is it from me today, so I'll see you in the next one.